Good afternoon, my friends. We are going to make a marshmallow root infusion today. Both myself and my daughter are getting over a pretty aggressive respiratory thing. I think it was just a cold, but I definitely feel that feeling in my chest. Just that it's been pretty intense. You know, it's painful, it's irritated. My throat is definitely irritated, and I like keeping things really as natural as possible. And so therefore do not love taking things like cough drops. First of all, they make them with terrible chemicals, you know, that aren't natural, even the natural ones. I think there's a lot of greenwashing that happens with that kind of stuff. But marshmallow root, it is the root of a marshmallow plant. It kind of looks like this is all shredded. I get my dried herbs from Mountain Rose Herbs. I did attempt to grow marshmallow root, but because we had to pull out the vegetable garden where the marshmallow was growing, you can't harvest the root until the second year, and obviously if you're harvesting the root, the plant is kaput. So just didn't, you know, it was the first year, it was growing, it was thriving and actually doing very well. It started flowering, but, you know, wasn't harvesting it at the right time. We also had a lot going on at that point. So we're going to go ahead and make an infusion. I'm just going to use a old pasta sauce jar. And I'm going to do 1 cup of dried root to 1 cup of water, and I'm going to see where that kind of lands us in the jar. The root, obviously being completely dried, will soak up some of that liquid. But what it does is marshmallow root kind of creates like a, I want to say gelatinous, but that sounds terrible, right? I really hate that word. But it does. It's a sort of a coating over your throat. Marshmallow root, this infusion is really, really great for also stomach problems. Like if you're having a really irritated stomach, some marshmallow root with a little bit of ginger, also great. So I'm going to go ahead and just put 1 cup of this. And, you know, I know medicines and things can smell and taste weird, like natural herbs and stuff. And this doesn't have, like, the best smell to it. It smells, I don't know. To me, it smells just slightly, like, sour. Sometimes people would say, like, oh, that means it's bad. It's not bad. It's just, like, it just smells sour to me. But I know that it's good. Just going to put that in there. So 1 cup gets us about 1/3 away up the jar. So I think I am just still only going to make a 1 cup to 1 cup ratio, just because, you know, again, like we're starting to finally kind of get over this cold, and so I have a feeling we're not going to need a ton of this, and it will not keep in the fridge for longer than a week or two. So, but you're just gonna let that sit, kind of cook, soak up that liquid. I should note I'm using filtered water, and it is room temperature water. You do not need to use boiling water. I'm actually gonna throw this in the refrigerator, and marshmallow is one of those things that the properties are best derived using water. It has those water-soluble compounds in it. I suppose that you could tincture it, but to be honest with you, I don't think you would end up deriving many of the benefits. But, you know, I will probably mix this in with some juice just because, again, it doesn't taste the best. I'm going to keep shaking it up, you know, probably until tomorrow, and then I'll have it tomorrow, maybe even later this evening. It's about 4 o'clock, so it's pretty late in the day, but just to kind of help coat my throat. Obviously, I like coughing a lot. Your throat gets really irritated, and the marshmallow root will kind of help to just coat the throat, help make it so it's not as irritated. But probably after a few hours, maybe overnight, strain it. And I'm actually going to write on the lid what this is so that I don't forget. But this is super easy to make, you guys. Again, I got that particular one from Mountain Rose Herbs. I really like them because they clean, source everything, responsibly source everything. You don't have to worry about over harvesting, getting it from Mountain Rose Herbs, and they ensure that they're, you know, it's all organic. They're not sourcing from farmers that use any pesticides, herbicides, things like that. Nothing that's harmful. So, again, I'll probably put this with some juice, maybe a little bit of honey in there just to kind of help with the flavor. But you can see the root already is starting to kind of soak some of that up, and it's starting to thicken a little bit. So good quick thing when you've been coughing a lot. It doesn't actually, like, there's no properties in here that are going to make you stop coughing. But again, by nature of having kind of that gelatinous, more thicker consistency, it helps kind of coat the throat and help it not be so irritated. So ideal for trying to sleep at night when it seems like we're coughing a lot, or really early morning. So anyway, that's it, guys. Quick marshmallow root infusion. And if you're feeling the same symptoms that I have been, this is wonderful. So thanks, guys. Hope you enjoyed it.